Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how certain clients will try and put words in your mouth when getting the deal over the line. So guys, I'm going to start this video with a kind of Stephen Bartlett-esque intro in the sense that a lot of you guys are watching these videos very regularly, but not hitting the subscribe button. So if you could please do us a massive favor, click the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos, because we're putting a lot of time, a lot of effort into producing content every single day for you. If you're listening on Spotify, click the link in the description of the video. There's a link to our YouTube channel to watch us deliver these episodes also. So yeah, do us a massive favor, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, we're going to continue producing videos every single day at 9 a.m. But without further ado, this video is on a very interesting topic. And the reason why we are producing this video, or I'm producing this video on Tom's behalf, with all of these videos, Tom and I go through them to build the points before we produce them. So the reason why we're producing this video is because we've just closed another dental client for our agency. And throughout the process of signing that dental client, it was a very interesting process because she was a very nervous business owner. She was the way a lot of dental practices work in the UK, at least. I'm not sure about the US because we don't have any dental clients in the US and we never have. Is you'll get a particular dentist that will be kind of a sole trader within a practice, and then they'll give a cut to the practice for every service that they do. So usually what the dental practices that we work with is the owner of the practice. So we market the practice. Whereas this particular this particular dentist was a solo practitioner that worked across multiple different dental practices. So she was paying for the service fee and the ad spend out of her personal kind of business rather than the actual business, dental practice business, which obviously has a lot more money. And she was very nervous. So throughout the process of negotiating, and this was a long kind of 4-month negotiation to get the deal over the line, which we closed last week, signed the contract and paid the invoice. It was a very long process. And throughout that process, it was very testing for me and Tom, because what we found was she was very probing with her questions, and she's lovely. She's a lovely, lovely woman, but due to her being nervous with signing, in case, it didn't work out, we didn't bring her clients, we didn't bring her leads. She was kind of probing us to try kind of put words in our mouth, not in a super negative way, just because she really wanted these guarantees, and they were guarantees she wanted. And I'm going to list the different kind of terms or different things that a client could potentially put in your mouth when signing the contract, which is super interesting, and I'm sure a lot of you will have experienced this in the past. So the first one is guarantees. Now, if you're a long viewer of this channel, you know that Tom and I don't give any guarantees with any clients that we work with. We're not one of these people that go into a client relationship saying, we're going to get you 50 new Invisalign customers, we're going to get you 50 new hair transplants each month, we're going to sell, I don't know, 10 grand of revenue for your e-commerce store in the first month. We just don't make these promises. There's from our opinion, when you run a good business, you've got good people, you've got good communication, and you've got a good offer and a good strategy, there's no reason for you to be offering these guarantees. And you're going to see loads of videos of these startup SMAs that have been around for less than a year saying, right, this is the only way you're going to be able to sign a client. It's not. From someone who's run an agency for the past 4 years, you do not need to give ridiculous guarantees and refund policies unless you hit these targets to every client in order to sign them. We've never, for all of the clients that we've had, we've not once ever had to do that. And the reason why is because our strategy is so solid that it would be silly for us to do that. We've got overheads of ClickFunnels accounts, all of the softwares that we pay for to get them results. We'd lose money if we gave them a refund if we didn't hit the targets. Not only that, the results that clients receive from our services is heavily based around them and how good they can convert them. Yes, we've got our Go High Level sequences that converts them. However, that's not going to get someone to pay for a 4 grand Invisalign treatment through Go High Level. It still needs that consultation and that element of in-person sales to get that deal over the line. And we've got a hair transplant clinic that closes 25% of his leads over 6 months. Then we've got other people that close 5%. So the percentage and the conversion rates are very different, and they depend very heavily on that client. So back to my point, and kind of went off on that tangent there, is we don't give guarantees. And throughout this contract negotiation, we sent over the contract and it was sent back to us saying, right, can you add in here that you're going to bring me 10 Invisalign patients each month? And the answer was absolutely not. We'd happily walk away from that potential client if that was an absolute necessity. And we said no, and they signed the contract anyway because they knew that was an unreasonable ask. That in the first month of working together, when you've got to create funnels, go high level sequences, iron out the details of the follow up, all of this stuff, split test the funnel, split test the ads, all of this stuff that needed to be tested, and that we weren't going to get them 10 Invisalign patients in the first month. We're very open with that. And people might think, well, Harry, how the fuck do you sign clients if you don't make these massive promises? And guys, you don't need to make outlandish promises in order to sign clients. It actually, in my opinion, does you a disservice, because it's impossible to meet every single target that you set. When you set these ridiculous guarantees, you're not always going to hit them, which is going to affect your brand. And they want to get rid of you after month one because you've overpromised and underdelivered. Tom and I, and we talk about this all the time, underpromising and over-delivering. We take that to the fucking extreme. We'll happily say, right, month 1 and 2, you're not going to get any new customers, knowing full well that they will, but it's just lowering their expectations so we smash it out the park every single time. Number 2 is they try and put words in your mouth in terms of time frames. So they'll say, right, Harry, I spoke about this in the previous video. We want you to have this funnel done and ads up within 3 days. That's not something that's achievable. You're not going to be able to have a full strategy session, outline a funnel, get all the content together, get email sequences made, all of your ads within, I don't know, a day if they ask you for it. It's just not going to happen if you've got loads of other clients to deal with as well. So you need to be, you can't let them put these timeframes in your mouth the same way they can't make you put KPIs and guarantees in your mouth. Number 3, which is a very interesting one, and it happened to me when I first started, when I first got my first client. Is extra tasks. So you'll sign them for Facebook ads, sales funnel creation, email marketing, and then a month in they'll say, oh yeah, you agreed to do flyer work, didn't you? You agreed to manage all of our social media, didn't you? You agreed to do a newspaper ad for us, didn't you? Well, no, we didn't. That wasn't in the contract. That wasn't in the agreement, and we never agreed to that. So this is what clients will do. The more you work with clients, the more you'll experience them testing you and seeing how far they can push you in your services. A lot of the time, we'll just do that anyway. Like if they want a flyer done, we'll do it for them. If they want a newspaper ad done, we'll do it for them. If they want an extra funnel made, we'll do it for them. And we've spoken about this in a previous video as well. Like the reason why we do that is to stop them going to another marketing agency that specializes in newspaper ads, gives them a good service, and then upsells them social media at a cheaper cost that we're running. So doing it in-house, although it adds a little bit more work to you, it closes off the potential for them talking to other marketing agencies. So, but you do need to be very careful with them putting words in your mouth for things that you didn't agree to and jobs and tasks that you didn't agree to doing, that ends up making you become an employee. Number 4, which is very heavily linked to point 1, is promises you didn't make. So when, I don't know, you bring in 4 leads a day and they close 5 high ticket clients every month, which is like 25 grand in revenue to them, they might turn around to you and say, Harry, well, you promised us 7. Well, let's rewind a little bit here. No, we didn't. And you can see that by the contract. You can see here by all the emails. And people will test you. The more and more clients you work with, the more and more clients that will actually test you for things that you didn't say. And this doesn't happen all the time, guys. Like I can't remember the last time stuff like this happened, apart from recently with the guarantees, and we closed off immediately. But for these other ones, we've experienced it in the past, usually as a beginner, because they can sense you're a beginner. If they can sense that, right, that you really need this deal, you know, that you're their first client because you've said, right, we'll give you a discounted rate for a testimonial, they might test you a lot more than they test Tom and I's agency, because they can sense you're a beginner. And it's just stuff you have to deal with. And hopefully in this video, you can keep an eye out for it and know that you're well in your rights to say, actually, no, we didn't agree to that. So guys, very short and sweet video there. Those are 4 things that you kind of need to keep an eye out for clients potentially putting words in your mouth, getting the deal over the line, or, you know, 3 months down the line when you've signed them and they're trying to get a bit more value for their money. What I would do, if you're looking at it from a positive perspective, is kind of be thinking, well, if they're wanting more out of me, then they're not totally comfortable with the money they're paying for the service they're getting. So just keep an eye on it. Use that as customer feedback and think, right, if they're asking for more, then maybe I should be showing a bit more. Maybe I'm not reporting enough on the tasks I'm doing to showcase that, you know, that the tasks I'm doing is taking a lot of time, which is a big issue. So yeah, keep an eye out for it. Don't stress if stuff like this comes up. Just handle it in a very professional way. Get them on the phone. And yeah, just iron out the details. Showcase, you know, these are the tasks I do. This is what I get paid for. This is how much time it takes. If you want to add some more stuff, we can renegotiate the deal and kind of go from there. But hope you enjoyed that video, guys. If you've not watched our previous video, it was on the importance of asking for what you want when you're running a social media marketing agency. Really interesting video, very niche, not seen a video like that be made before. So give it a watch, make sure you subscribe, comment your thoughts on the video, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m.